Jesus cries out. He ensures that the disciples he loves cares for his mother. And Jesus dies at 3 p.m. Now, this 3 p.m. is very significant because this is called the dusk. And dusk is when the Jews were supposed to kill the Passover lamb and then eat it the next day. The next day for them would be sunset. They defined the next day after sunset. We define it as midnight. But so they would kill the lamb in the dusk about 3 o'clock. The temples would blow shofars or horn. Everybody with hearing distance were required to stop what they were doing and bow their head in reverence to the Passover lamb that was being killed at this exact second, exact time is when Jesus died, because he was the true Passover lamb who takes away the sins of the world. Jesus is then buried. He had to be buried before sunset in accordance with the Jewish law. And the soldiers broke the leg of the first, and they break the leg of the second, and they come to Jesus, and he was already dead, so they didn't need to break his legs. In fulfillment of the scriptures, he would have no legs broken. Then Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate for Jesus' body. Joseph and Nicodemus prepared Jesus' body for burial. They broke the Passover rules. They became unclean because they dealt with Pilate during Passover. They're not supposed to do that. But Pilate says, he'll grant your wishes. He's going to post the guards to make sure nothing funny goes on. So then there's the day after Passover. This is the high Passover. And the day after Passover, really nothing is really recorded. Probably what happened during this time is the women were preparing spices to prepare Jesus' body for burial. They didn't know that Nicodemus and Joseph had already prepared it, because they prepared it and they rolled the stone over it. But then when Pilate said, I'm going to post two guards, then they sealed the stone. So after the weekly Sabbath, you have the high Sabbath. The day after the high Sabbath is the Passover. The day after the high Sabbath, and then the weekly Sabbath, which would be like a Saturday.